Hi, this is Dreama, and today we are doing a client reading. And as always, I know the client's name and they know their name, but I won't be saying it in the video. Now, today we're doing a message from the dead ancestors reading, and we're going to be using the Gilded Tarot. This is actually one of my favorite decks and one that I am extremely connected to. Now, I've already shuffled the cards quite a bit before I turned the camera on, and that's just to be sure that, I have enough time to explain all the cards in detail. And we're going to be using a 8-card spread, and I will explain what each card will mean once I get them all laid out. Okay. Now, the top 4 cards, those cards will help us identify the ancestor. It's not really going to give a name of the ancestor, but it will give us some sort of insight into the type of person that the ancestor was. That way the client, may be able to put the pieces together a little better. And the bottom 4 cards, those ones are the ones that are the actual message. And this will be the message that the ancestor is trying to portray to the client. Now, this is a general ancestor reading, so there's not any specific questions or anything like that. Okay, we're going to start here, and we have the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the Hierophant, and lastly, the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm going to start with the 4 of Cups. Now, this is an interesting card in respect to kind of help us understand what kind of person that this ancestor was in life. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see the card, but there is a cup up there being handed to this person. So what that tells me is that in life, this person was someone within the family that actually helped others. They were someone that everyone kind of turned to. It's like an offering, okay? So what I'm getting is that this person wanted to make sure that everybody in the family was taken care of. They were kind of like a caregiver, is what I'm getting from that. Next, we have the 5 of Wands. Now, this is interesting. As you can see, there are 4 men in the image, and they're kind of pointing the wands at each other. So, what that tells me about this person is that they were a very giving person, and they tried to help everyone out in the family, but it seems to me that there was some kind of struggle going on within them. And I'm getting that had something to do with finances. So this person did not have a lot of finances, but what they did have, they basically would give to anyone in the family to help them. Next, we have the Hierophant. Now, this is an interesting card. I'm not sure if you can see, but this person kind of looks like the Pope. And what that tells me is that this person was, this card to me is just, it's about religion. Somebody that had a good understanding. They were overly kind. Maybe, I'm not sure if they were a religious person, but they had the values of a religious person. They would give anything, and even if they had so very little. Okay? Next, we have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight is in reverse. So, that gives us a different meaning. Whenever a card is, completely in reverse, then you have a completely different meaning. And what this tells me is that in this person's life, there was some sort of interruption. Something happened to this person and interrupted their life before it was actually finished. Okay? Okay, now we have the message. And first of all, we have the Strength card in reverse. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and lastly, the Emperor. Now, the Strength card basically means what it is. It's a strength. When you turn it upside down, though, you get a completely different meaning. So what the message that this ancestor is trying to portray is that that in the very near future, this client is going to feel weak. They're going to feel, as if emotionally and physically just weak, tired. Okay, this is something that is coming that they are wanting you to know about. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is an interesting card because this is a very strong card. It's a card to me. He's riding a horse, and there's a lot going on. To me, this is about responsibility. That there's going to be some sort of responsibility that is actually weighing on you, which is going to cause you to feel weak. There's going to be some added responsibility coming into your life, okay? And I'm not sure, what kind of responsibility it is, but there's going to be some sort of major responsibility coming into your life. Next, we have the Six of Wands. Now, this is an interesting card too, as it pertains to a message. Is that I'm not sure how well you can see, but this person also is on a horse, and they're facing the other direction. However, they're surrounded by all these wands, okay? And so what I'm getting from this card is that I really think there's going to be some sort of victory, some sort of good news that will be coming your way. And I think it has something to do with this added responsibility, but it's actually not anything that you cannot overcome. I think that is the message they're trying to send you, is that you are not as weak as you feel or as you think you are, because you're going to be triumphant over this new responsibility, okay? And last, we have the Emperor. Now, this is an interesting card. It's also a very powerful card. Okay, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but he holds a staff, the Emperor does. And like I said, this is a card of power. And because this last card tells me that everything is pretty much going to go well for you, you're going to be able to handle the added responsibility. To me, this card is about protection and things like that, stability, okay? This new responsibility is going to bring stability to your life, okay? You're going to have a much better life in the long run. But I think the message from the ancestor is that you are not weak, okay? You are strong, and you must hold fast, pretty much. That they're kind of going to be with you along the way. That's what I'm getting. And that overall, this new responsibility, that you'll prosper with that, okay? And that in the end, at the very end of this ordeal, there's going to be stability, protection, and possibly even a new person that is going to emerge in your life. Now, I don't know if this is financial or in your love life. I'm not really getting that, but I am getting that the ancestor will be there with you all along the way. All right, that does conclude my reading for today, and I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and I do hope to see you all again.